In a world searching for gaming knowledge comes the man, the myth, a legend in his own mind, Critical.
Welcome back, guys and gals. Critical here. Today I'm bringing you an update video on Subsistence Alpha 52. I have seen the light of a new rising sun in Subsistence, and it is glorious. Cole Games has done some masterful work with this last update. The biggest thing he did, in my opinion, was a graphical update to improve the graphics, the suns, the sunsets, the overall game's frames per second. I'm going to show you some testing that I did before the update and after the update. Running the same settings at 1440p, I'm going to run exactly the same pattern. The upper screen is the new update. The lower screen is the last update. You'll see that the lower screen, my frames per second dipped down to about 39. The lowest that I see on the newest update is 55. But I mean, God, look at the sun. The sun looks amazing in this update. And I think all the colors are better represented from what I've seen. Okay, you can see that in this new update, my frames per second was so much better. Even when I was recording the old way, where it was just on my computer instead of using my laptop like I'm doing right now, the frames per second jumped by at least 20 frames per second, and that was at the lowest, the worst part. Now, I got done rendering my video, and I actually went, oh my God, I forgot the map. If you press M, you get an actual map in game. Now, this is the real game world. That mark right there denotes where I am. That's my BC. You can see where my building is. The world is actually happening right now. If I get attacked by an animal, I will take damage and probably could die from it. But this, let's see, that's a hunter fortress right there. That's a hunter base. And right there is their fire. And that's a rogue camp right there. And that's a rogue camp fire right there. In the update video, I reset my world back to the morning. And that's the rogue hunter camp we go up and fight. So that's a rogue hunter camp right there. That's the hunter base with a fire right there. And then there's a fortress. And then this is part of my old base, my fishing village, or fishing pier. And then we have a testing area covered. And then there's a testing area that's uncovered right here. And then there's a big tree right there and one of the big trees right there. Now, I already have noticed with the map that sun placement dictates what you're seeing and what you're not seeing. Because the fortress, when the sun was rising, was throwing more shadows and was a lot easier to see. Now I'm having a tough time finding the fire. That rogue campfire there. Okay, there's the fire. I couldn't see it right away. So sun placement will affect what you can see on the map. Let me see if I can find an animal real quick. Oh, look at this. We have a bear. Bear's going to help me. Let's see what happens when I'm getting attacked. Oh, it brings you out. Cole Games thought about that. It brought me out of the... Well, I died for you guys. Okay, that was purely a death to serve my viewers. Now, let's get back to the regular video. And honestly, I did forget to show the map, but now I'm glad I did. So, yeah, great job there. You can see that there's not shadows on all the menu items when you're in your inventory. There's been a new update to the crafting area. We don't have text message, the text area crafting now. It's all... and all the stuff's laid out here. So a door isn't hidden behind a wall. You don't have to click on it and switch. It's all right there. This is a larger, there's a long list here, but at least everything's up front and not hidden. A lot of people had problems with that. Couple things to note. The hammer is no longer crafted in the BCU, it's crafted in the player's inventory. We now have the animal traps, 8 sticks or cordage. The fish trap, 8 sticks or cordage. So exactly the same. I think that was it for new craftable items there. In the BCU, I'm glad I didn't take any damage there. That was close though. In the BCU, we now have the lathe that I've already crafted for us and the BCU range extender. The BCU range extender is basically a BCU that you can't craft with. Now, a range extender must be placed within range of another BCU. So it has to be within the blue sphere. A BCU from now on cannot be placed within the blue sphere of another BCU. If you want to place 2 BCUs, they cannot be, one cannot be within inside the other's range. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just let me get these items into my toolbar because we're going to need them to do this testing. I'm going to go ahead and eat real quick. This is a testing world, so I'm wasting and I'll be killing stuff and not doing anything with it. Don't worry about it. So I've already gone ahead and set up a elevator, and that's the call button. When I call the elevator down, it's not going to squish me. I'm going to get into it. I'm just going to, it's going to pass through you. So you can't squish somebody with this. So nice try. Now, when you want to go up in the elevator, clicking this button with your mouse doesn't do anything. You have to use the use button. Same with the elevator. You have to push the E button or the F button. I have it set to E, and that's how I use things, and that's how you go up in the elevator. Now, if you have more than one floor, like this this plank right here, it'll stop at the next available floor. If this floor was in the way, this elevator wouldn't go up. It has to be unobstructed. Now, let's say I want to go up to the next level. Click here, but I can't because I don't have a track. Now, up here, you'll notice that there's no blue sphere. There's no bubble up here. But you can place a track in an area that doesn't have a BCU, but to place the elevator and use the elevator, it must be within the sphere of a the blue sphere of a BCU. Let's go ahead, and you can see I can't place the call button. The call button has to be within, we'll go down. It has to be put in within range of a BCU because it uses power. Now, it doesn't seem to use any power. It just has to have access to power, if that makes sense. Now, I can place a BCU out here because I'm outside the sphere of any other BCU. I can't place a range extender. Let's go back down. Right here, I'm within the range of the BCU below me, so I can place a range extender. Up here, I can't. So there I can place a BCU, here I can't. Let's go ahead and place a range extender, which is basically a BCU that you can't craft on. You can't open it, you can't do anything. All it does is just extend the range. And we can see that by stepping out here. Now you can see that huge new blue sphere up there that wasn't there before. That's all from that range extender right there. And I think it's the same range as the standard BCU. It just works different, and you can't craft with it. Of course, hunters want to come attack me when I'm trying to do an update video. Probably going to start shooting me in a second. All right, hunters. Where are you? Put you down quickly. Come here. You're dead. Next. Come on, where are you? I hear you. I just don't see you. He's moving. Where are you? Ah, there you are. The shadows in this is so much better. They're so right now. All right, let's check their bags. Nothing there. I have not caught on video me getting a lockpick, but the hunters can drop lockpicks now. Where's that first hunter? I shot it over here, right? Oh, there he is. All right, where's your bag? Ah, oh, darn, I was hoping for a lockpick. Okay, So that was the BCU range extender, the new functions on how the BCU works. We looked at the elevator and how you can place the tracks outside the range of an elevator. I'm going to show you two more things with the elevator. I'm going to delete this wall, but the elevator still works. Let's go back up real quick. I'm going to delete this floor just so I can show you that if you don't have a floor there, that this elevator will go straight to the top. And now it's going to go straight to the bottom. It has no floor to stop at. So if you wanted to place the elevator, you still need to place a call button if you're going to use one, but it has to go on a vertical surface. But once you've placed the elevator, you could delete all the walls all the way up and just use the track. I wonder, could you put this on the track? Let's find out real quick. No. You can kind of hide it inside the track, though. So I could stick it there and then delete this? Ah. It's still usable then. Okay, so you can kind of put that into it then, I guess. I mean, if you wanted to make it work that way. And you can't stop the elevator once it's going up. It has to go all the way to the top. So if you just change your mind, you can't. It has to go all the way up or all the way down. So I could delete all the walls all the way up and just have just a track there. Building options, and I really appreciate that. Okay, let's talk the small game traps and the fish traps we're going to look at next. So I think I'm going to put most of my small game traps near the big trees. It gives me the incentive to go to hit the big trees as well as check my trap. This trap's already been baited and I caught a chicken. Now, while the chicken was already dead, and if I left it in here too long, it would turn green. It would spoil. But if the chicken was alive, and I went to loot it, it was a live chicken, it would be moving inside the trap. Now, the trap has to be in open ground. See that? There's a rabbit right there. See that rabbit? It was trying to get to this trap over here. It wanted to get to the trap, but it couldn't because the walls were keeping it away from the trap. I'm going to go ahead and take this trap and stick it over here. Maybe if I scare that rabbit back down, he'll go run in the trap for me. We can see a live animal in there. Up on this big tree up here again, I've got another trap. And probably anything in it's going to be dead. Yeah, it's a chicken. I'm not going to loot the chicken. We're going to leave the chicken for a little bit. I want to see it spoil in there. Now, I've also placed a trap in that enclosed area with the foundation. See that chicken? That chicken's trying to get to the trap, and it can't because the wall's in the way. It wants to get in, but it can't. Does that chicken think it's actually in the trap? Oh. But he's ignoring me because he wants to get into the trap, huh? What happens if I move the trap? Will that reset the chicken? Okay, we caught a trap working. There's an audible sound when the trap springs. That's pretty cool. So that that chicken's AI was tripping. It was trying to get in the trap. So you can see that chicken's alive in the trap, and he's alive there. But half his health is already gone. I'm glad that worked out perfectly for the recording. Nice. Okay, fish traps. There's a fish in that trap right there. And I'm going to go ahead and move the trap to deeper water so we can see it a little bit better. Okay. So there's a live fish in there. You can see it swimming just a little bit. I guess it's the only way in the game, if you're ever going to see a fish swimming in the lake for now, it's going to be in one of these traps. So I caught 2 fish. That's the most that this trap can catch. You can bait it with spoiled meat, or you can bait it with grubs. I would bait it with spoiled meat and keep the grubs for fishing other fish. I'll show you why in a minute. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we won't. Now, this fish trap is not in a really good area, but it would work. According to Cold Games, if you can place the fish trap, you should be able to catch fish. And that also means that you can catch fish in the deep part of the water of the cave now. Because there's a deep spot in the cave that you can place a fish trap. And as long as you can place a fish trap, that trap right there will catch fish. And I've got another fish trap right over here. I need to make... I'll use this trap to mark where... Now, you're not supposed to be able to put this in the water. Cold Games will have to fix that. But you can place it underwater, but it won't catch anything. I'm pretty sure it won't. But I want the trap to be above the surface. Is it? Yes, it is. All right, we'll go ahead and bait it just in case. But that fish trap's got a fish in it. Okay? Now, these things take damage over time. As they're sitting here, they take damage. Not when they catch something, just sitting here. But you can come up and you can repair it. I don't want to repair this one because I want to try to repair it when the when it's frozen, because that's what I want to show you. You can still fish with your fish trap when the lake is frozen, but you can't repair your fish trap. See, I just repaired that small game trap. So I'm going to exit the game, and I'm going to set the game world to January so that it's frozen. So we have full-on winter. This trap is now frozen in here. But right in front of here, that's the fish trap. I can still take the fish out of here. It can still catch fish. The problem is I can't repair it. You can see at the top of my screen is the meter for that. Since I can't reach it, the ice is in my way, I can't repair it. So eventually it's gonna break, but them's the breaks. That's what happens when it freezes over. Now we are back in the nice weather. It's not frozen over anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and move out to this rock. Now, Cold Games has added a new fish to the game. We have the small fish, we have the salmon that we already know of, but now we have a smallmouth bass. It is supposed to be a very rare fish. Don't expect to catch them all the time. What Cold Games had told me, and I don't know if this is gonna stay, because this right now is just experimental in the game, and I think that the smallmouth bass gives you double what you get from a salmon. That's something that Cold Game said, and I don't know if it's 100% true. I have not seen one yet. I have tried to fish one up because I was going to record it, and I might still do some recording after this and splice it in here. If I seem to get a smallmouth bass all of a sudden, that's why. But I wanted to do one live, and I wanted to see what happens. Come on. One of the things that Cold Games did, and one of the reasons we get this great FPS increase, is the fact that there are placeholders in the game. So a solar panel counts as one. That is one placeholder in the game. It counts as one buildable item. Let's see, I think it's 20 walls counts as one. So if you have a lot of solar panels, you're using up a large amount of build space. But a single wall won't take up very much build space. And that's changed because in the past, every wall was a build space. I think it was one of the big things. And then he fixed the way shadows were rendering, and they render correctly now, and they look so much better. All right, Mr. Moose. I need to do some testing, so... Oh, he turned. Ah. All right, stop running, Moose, so I can shoot you. And get you before the bear gets you. All right, let's see if the moose... Now, he also changed the... Yes, this looks a little smoother. He said he changed, yes. It used to really kind of jump around a little bit when you moved, but now it's a much more smoother motion. Oh, that chicken has died. So that's how quickly the chicken can die. wash my hands real quick. And nothing different there. That's what I expected to get. So I will try to catch another chicken. And if I catch another chicken, I will try to catch a smallmouth bass. And I'll splice it in. Let's go ahead and take care of this bear because he's going to be in my way. Oops, missed. Goodbye. And I'm not looting these. I don't need to. Like I said, it's a test world. All right. All right, you're dead, but have you turned green? No, not yet. Okay, when I'm trying to fish up the that smallmouth bass, I'll let that chicken rot, and I'll see if we can get lucky and see a rotten chicken in there. Because I do think it'll kill it. Or, I mean, I'm pretty sure it spoils. But we'll find out together. Oh, I got a rabbit, and the rabbit's dead. I'll leave the rabbit in there, too. Okay, I just went out and checked again, and the smallmouth bass does currently give twice as the amount of a salmon, but the rewards is a placeholder, meaning that he has some type of plan in his head on maybe a new recipe or something else that that smallmouth bass might provide to us that we won't have access to right now. And that'll come in another update, is what Cold Games mentioned in the update notes. Go ahead and top myself off. There's something else that we can craft, and I think is in the build menu or the BCU menu. Must be in the BCU menu. Let's look. For all those that have always wanted some decorations, you can craft a decoration. Where is it? Bed. I haven't crafted one, and I didn't know where to. Let me double check, make sure it's not buried. No, it's not. So I guess it is in the player's menu. It must be in the building area. Glass ceiling. Oh, there it is. The rug. That's right, boys and girls. We actually have rugs now. Not only does it allow you to spruce up your place. Now, it takes 3 sinew and 6 cotton. So it's a pretty expensive item. And it's one of those things that, do you really need to get a rug? I don't think so. But, you know, if you want to cut a rug, this is what you can do. And so it's just a basic rug. I mean, I'd rather have like a cougar skin rug or something, but listen to the floor. It goes silent. Not silent, but it's muffled. And you can really hear it here on the glass. See, so you can tell when you're actually walking on a rug. So if you don't like the sound of all the stuff on the ground when you're walking on it, you can use a rug to get rid of it. Now I have a level 10 chicken, and I have a level 10 rabbit, and let's go ahead and get rid of some resources I don't need. Let's see if they give anything different. So far, no. Now, I'm not sure, but I thought that the rabbit only gave 1 reared rabbit meat, a premium one. If I missed that in a previous update, then this isn't changed, but I didn't think it was 2. I thought it was only 1, but maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I caught that big mouth bass. If so, that's pretty much the entire update this time. But it's huge. I mean, this base has got a lot of hunters on it. In fact, let's go kill some hunters at the bases real quick, just to prove to you that this isn't like a completely empty. Whoa! Couldn't jump over and miss getting attacked. Okay. Just to prove that this isn't like some empty world and I'm cheating on the frames per second. No, this world has a full slate of hunters all the way around, and it has, actually pretty close to my base, a full fortress. But I want to see if we can get a lockpick. Now the lockpick, I don't know when he changed it. I just know that a few weeks ago, somebody on the forum noticed it, and I have gotten one, but it was off camera. I was so upset when I got it off camera. Oh, he stopped and ducked. Shot right between his legs and missed. Yeah, you're down. Now, the railing for them seems to stop a lot of my shots. If they're behind a railing, I have a hard time hitting them. Yeah, I'm sure that those few arrows that should have hit them got the railing instead. Okay, you're gonna run inside. Ding. Yeah, I can see one on the right there on the glass. All right, let's go over to the other base real quick. I'm not gonna try to blow their door. I mean, I have the pieces, but this is supposed to be a quick. What is that over there? There's like a row campfire with some roasts. Let's go say the roast real quick. Might as well, right? It's an update video. Let's have some fun. We'll run over and kill the rogues. We'll run over. There's another camp right there, and we'll run over and kill the hunters in that camp. And then we'll call the video. I'm gonna kill every wolf I see just for the fun of it. All right, I saw something over here. I could have sworn it was a rogue camp fire with rogue hunter sitting at it. Maybe it was a trick of the light or something. Nope. The fire was behind the bush and I couldn't see it. Somebody's still alive. Where are you? Or was that sound after he already died? Probably sound after. Nothing on your fire. Come on, where's your loot bag? Ah, there it is. Nope, not what I'm looking for. Okay. Well, I was still hoping for a lockpick. I want to get a lockpick on screen. I know people was like, you can't get a lockpick. Like, absolutely you can. I've just never been able to catch the action happening on camera yet. Look at all that blood. Goodbye. I decided would it be nice on him to get close. Wouldn't give him the feeling like he was actually going to get a piece of me, but nope, no piece of critical for you, buddy. Alright. These guys will probably have a claymore someplace. There's nobody here. Ah, this must be the guys that came and attacked. It sounds like there's one guy inside. Oh, hello. Goodbye. But I'm not going to be able to get his bag unless I go in there. I don't feel like going in right now. Oh, I've got a bug that won't let me reel in my fishing pole. Okay, Cold Games, this actually is a bug. It won't let me reel my fishing pole in, so I'm going to swim out to it. That is a big mouth bass right there. My first cast I did when I got back to the lake over here was a big mouth bass. Look at that thing. You can tell that that's a special fish. That's awesome. Come here, buddy. Big mouth bass, or large mouth bass. All right, let's get on the rock and take a look at this thing real quick. And honest to God, that was my very first cast when I came over here. So, all right. So if I eat it straight now, 17 protein, one fruit, one fruit and vegetable, 1,500, 16 hunger, and 5 pound, and -5 on my water. Okay, I emptied everything out because I want to see. I fillet it. I got 4 fillets and 5 fish oil. Yeah, that's about twice of what you'd get from a salmon. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, when I came back over here, I found the fish trap right here that was on the foundation. Caught a fish, like I said it would. Kind of funny. This trap right here caught a chicken, even though it was sitting in the water, but it wasn't underwater. I kind of wish I'd put that underwater now to catch. Okay, that one didn't spoil. Let's run up and we're gonna check. Wrong thing. We're gonna check and see if that chicken I left in here spoiled or not. It should have been long enough to spoil. Okay, well, I am going to spend the night up here, and then we'll loot it and see. We'll see when it spoils. So I had a little time pass in the world, and it's middle of the night, but this chicken is now spoiled. So if you leave the animals in the traps too long, 1, they will die, and 2, they will go rotten. So you need to make sure you're checking your traps once a day. Well, hopefully I caught a big mouth bass. If not, them's the breaks. It's supposed to be a very rare spawn. But I've been Critical. This has been the Alpha 52 Subsistence Update. I hope you guys have enjoyed this content. If you have, drop a like, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.